Well, hey, you guys, welcome in. Good morning. Welcome to Friday. I hope you're doing well. If you're catching this little reading before noontime Eastern time, I'm going to do a live on YouTube. We are going to look at this new moon in Taurus. It's an eclipse, so that's kind of a big deal, and I'll talk about that at noon, okay? So you might want to come on along on that live. All right, let's see what's going on for you tomorrow morning. I will be posting all the May readings in one handy dandy video, all time stamped, so you can find them. I just want to say thank you to all of you who have been defending my honor for I'm just mean in terms of the scammers. There's a lot of scammers out there. A lot of you have been sending us notes and letting us know that people are, you know, taking my pictures and taking my logo and all of that kind of stuff. So I just want to say I really appreciate that. And I want to tell those of you who don't know, I'm not doing personal readings right now. If anybody reaches out to you and asks you for money for personal readings, that is definitely not me. Okay, so just know that, and be safe, be aware. There's lots and lots of scammers going on right now. I see it on other channels too. I see people posting about like, don't fall for this and all of that. So I know you guys know, because you're the ones mostly telling us. So I appreciate that very much when they show up, especially Instagram. Now that I've been doing those lives on Sunday morning, we're getting a lot more of that. So I know no good deed goes unpunished, but we'll see. All right, let's see where we go. Just want to let you know that that's going on, and it's not us. All right, staying focused. You got that right. Protected by angels. Oh, well, good to know. Protected by angels, baby. Begin now. Take your first step. Definitely seeing that happening right now. May is going to be a bit wild. We've got a lot of lovely Jupiter energy. I did a video a little while ago. I'll put it up here. 3 things to watch out for in May. We have Jupiter and Mars and Venus all moving into Aries, okay? And that's a big deal. We also have some aspects that are pretty loud this month. I'll do more as we get into the month, but you should know that there is a lot of beautiful Aries energy, which is about taking action, Jupiter energy, which is about expansion. But in a couple of weeks, we've got a full moon eclipse in Scorpio, and there is some shadow work, triggering kind of energy around that. So I just want to let you know that in a couple weeks, there's going to be some contrast, let's call it, to the light energy around Jupiter and the Mars energy and Aries and everything like that. So there will be some contrast in May, and the more you can kind of stay in whatever you do in the morning or whatever you do in the evening, to ground yourself, to protect yourself, to raise your vibration, whatever you're doing, do more of that in May, because whatever you do in May, you'll likely be stuck with for several years. Okay, just saying. It's one of those things where you choose something in May, and it's going to stick around for quite a while. So choose carefully what you wear, what you're willing to put in your body, what you're willing to do for a living. Choose carefully. Okay. All right. The star underneath, 8 of Wands, High Priestess, Death energy. There's that Scorpio energy. 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Magician, Devil energy. Wow. Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So I definitely feel like, okay, so in the extended, okay. So much coming in. All right. In the extended, I will look at Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, and Capricorn. So there may be some special messages. If you're that sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, I'll pull some cards for each of those signs in the extended. It could be also be the person you're dealing with. I see how your intuition is moving you forward. I see that there's beautiful energy coming in. This star energy underneath is a really healing, beautiful energy. You know, this particular moment in time When you're tapping into your intuition, High Priestess, things do move quickly. Things can move quickly. For whoever needs to hear this message right now, things can move very quickly. Some of you are getting your wish around love. All right. Some of you have a love partner coming in. But just more in general, for you, this is big transformational energy with the Death and the Devil card here. It does feel like you likely have manifested some kind of psychic gift that's opening. You're not manifesting the gift. You're manifesting the opening of the gift. Okay, so it's going to change your life in a big way. Some of you might, I mean, we talk a lot on this channel about opening to intuition and, you know, how do I manifest, right? The law of attraction. How do I do that? And what's on offer to you in the next 10 days or so is one of your gifts is opening up. Could be a third eye, could be the higher chakras, could be heart chakra, could be Kundalini awakening, could be any kind of clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, some kind of gift. And every gift you're given in this life is something that you're meant to use. Okay? So if you have a gift for being able to recreate recipes without a recipe, right? Recreate dishes from a restaurant. My brother is very good at that. He doesn't need a recipe. He can taste the different flavors and recreate it. That's a gift, and it was meant for him to use. Same thing goes with any of the psychic gifts that you may have that are opening. Some of you may be a little unsure if this is really a gift that's opening. You might feel in May, this is, you know, I'm looking ahead 10 days, but in May, that Scorpio energy that is coming along with that full moon is going to bring in a lot of crazy dreams, crazy sleep patterns, crazy things showing up. So that's why I'm saying, like, get in the highest vibration you can. You know, you cannot be psychically attacked when you're in high vibration. It is not a match for your frequency. When you're in low vibration, or you feel you're sort of bottoming out or depressed or something like that, lots of things can come in, take advantage of that low vibe. So just be aware. I do feel like this is sort of like a blessing and you're going to feel like this gift is like a blessing and a curse. Some of you could already have opened up this gift and it's starting to manifest in your life. And you could see that as a blessing or a curse, right? Like, what was that movie about, like, what women want or something like that? And you could really hear what women are thinking. And, like, it is a blessing and a curse. You know, there is this duality that we're living with, that things are a double-edged sword. So if you are a very strong empath and you can, you know, feel others' feelings, right? You can intuit other people, what they need. A lot of it comes from a childhood where you had to guess what was expected of you. And if you didn't guess right, then you ran over some kind of red flag, and that became a problem. So I feel like this, let's just say some of you could be, this might be a small portion of you, some of you could be opening to your twin flame journey. And as we read in the comments, and as I have talked about for 5 years now, there's a lot of, you know, there's not everybody, but there's a lot of conversation about, I want my twin flame. I want, you know, to be in union with my twin flame. But then there's like this other side of it that, you know, people are talking about too, that they're like, okay, well, I don't really want that part of it. I want this part of it, but not that part of it. You really have to take the gift in totality. It's not up to us to say that if there's parts of gifts that you have that you view as problematic or difficult or anything like that, who's to say that that's not the more powerful piece of the gift? Okay? And I do, yeah, bing bang, ding ding ding. Some of you are seeing it as a blessing and a curse at the same time, but I feel like you will come to understand the purpose of these gifts and why it's important to have all of the gift and not just take, not just do the cafeteria style part of this gift. Some of you are really manifesting in a spiritual partner, a spiritual journey, a spiritual path, opening up to the next level of that. There's just this glorious kind of passion that is ignited by that. You could be, really wanting, all of a sudden, you can really be seeing, your mission, what you're here to do because of this opening. All right, I'm going to clarify a couple of things here. I want to clarify the Eight of Wands, the message that's trying to come in here. Hi, Char. Sun. Happiness and joy is trying to come in. Some of us, because change can create a little anxiety or create a feeling of overwhelm, we're being reminded here that we are protected by angels. Taking this first step and stand in the light of your power. All right, stand in the light of your power. 10 of Wands. A little bit of lighthouse energy coming from that. Woo! Empress. That's Venus energy. Wow, this is a lot of major arcana cards here. Right? So this Venus energy, clarifying the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is always like, this is a burden. So you might have a love connection that if it is twin flame, it really stays with you for life. And you can feel like, okay, well, that was cool when it was what I wanted, but what if the flip side of it shows up, or what if the part of the connection shows up that is triggering to me and is all of that kind of stuff. I do feel like we have Venus here, and I've talked about Venus is moving into Aries just the same as Venus, Jupiter, and Mars are all in Aries in May, and that can feel like you're being pushed to the front of the line. Like it's time for you to do something with these gifts. It's time for you to start working with the things that are triggering you instead of just hiding from them. Not that you are, but that might be for somebody. That you're not wanting to see the flip side of things, see the challenges, because there's also in May an aspect, I think it's Venus aspecting Chiron. And that can bring about wounds caused by love relationships that need to be loved, right? That need to be given some kindness and understanding. You may have had a wound in a love relationship in the past that has stuck with you. May is the month where that can clear, okay? Because we're no longer going to be able to be holding on to people from the past, especially if it's a trigger. No, especially if it's coming through a wound. If you have a relationship with someone because of a wound, because of a Chiron piece in your chart, because of a Chiron situation, every piece in your astrology chart, your birth chart, is asking you for balance. So if you have had any kind of struggle in the past with love, but you might be holding on to this like for balance, it's okay. So just as an example to try to, give you a little bit of clarity around this. If you did something to someone a long time ago, or, a little while ago, that you're really ashamed about and embarrassed about, and it was like truly coming from some dark place, all right, that there was some unfortunate incident, this is a chance to really clear that. Forgive yourself, forgive them, forgive the whole incident, and not bury it and not crush it and not forget it or anything like that, but put love around it and understand where it came from. This is asking you to go deep and understand where things come from. Your behaviors. Why do I do the things I do? Why am I working Why am I working like I'm working, like toxic productivity? Why am I struggling with a particular part of my life? Why am I struggling with body image? Why am I struggling with food? Why am I struggling with money? Why am I struggling? And because I'll bring you all the way back around to this new moon in Taurus in eclipse. It's in eclipse energy. And new moons are about manifesting. Taurus is about, and this is partly Taurus and Libra, right? What you care about and what you want to create in your life. And also Libra is the balancing energy. That North Node in Taurus, the new moon in Taurus, the eclipse is triggering the North Node in Taurus to open up to, oh, I was making value judgments before and that created problems. I'm making decisions. I had made decisions in the past that kept me tied to an identity that I no longer am. Like whatever this is, it is a time, this new moon is really a time for choose wisely, because you're going to be stuck with it for a couple of years. What is the story you've been telling yourself about yourself? Have some of these things that happened in the past or any kind of wounds that you have been experiencing, how have they been coloring your experience? How have they been training you to stay in this particular box? Because what wants to come in is not in that same box. All right. It's about looking at things, uncovering things, loving things, forgiving things, embracing, and creating a new story. This is Gemini energy, Magician, Mercury. We do have a Mercury retrograde in May. So that is about changing the story, changing your story. And I feel like that is likely to result in more love for self, right? Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands. This can be loving who you are. And I was going to say warts and all, but I don't really feel like that. I feel like this is just a holistic, warts kind of might seem kind of gross to some, but it's sort of like whatever the natural person that you are, the natural combination of everything that goes into you that makes you unique. Truly loving that and not seeing it as something that's holding me back, but as something that truly brings me to the table with more color, with more depth, with more layers, with more levels, with more complexity, with more awareness, with more love capability. And seeing all of that and transforming that through the story. Transform your story, change your life. Okay. Wow. There's a lot here. And I will look at Aquarius, Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn. That's a lot. I'll take a look at all those in the extended. Those are all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I'll take a look at each one of those. Wow. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. Otherwise, if you're part of Pathfinders, keep going. The rest of this reading starts right now.